This week on Machinery Pete TV, Duff Dimmig's seed corn business required top-of-the-line equipment, and this fantastic pair of Hagie sprayers are now at the top of his retirement sale bill. A vintage Allis-Chalmers dozer can still go to work in the morning, and the lack of availability makes this high-speed planter very popular.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a big iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America. Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV. This week we're in Walnut, Illinois for the retirement auction for Duff and Julie Dimmig. And again, beautiful line of machinery. It's going to be really fun to watch that sell. But very cool story here. You know how tough it is for young people to get into farming? Well, Duff and Julie have been working with a young farmer for about 15 years, and now they're retiring. He's taking over their operation. Very cool story. But first, let's throw it to the Share Your Legacy feature from our friends at Big Iron.
This week, we travel to Manning, Iowa, where a Hereford cow operation has been going strong for 5 generations.
Well, it's Weiss & Sons Good Doing Bulls. It was a cold winter night, and I was in my dad's office, and he was doodling. He drew our logo out, and then I seen him lean back in his chair and thought for a minute, and he said, "Good Doing Bulls." We're a multi-generation operation, and I'm fortunate to have 2 of my sons in the operation along with my wife. And we are in, of course, the seed stock business, mostly selling bulls to commercial operation.
And it's just something that I feel like it's in my blood. And I think that's what kind of keeps me going every single day, is just to see the progression and the progress that we make.
Behind us is some just bulls that we are pretty excited about. Every year we keep back some of our own home-raised bulls that we have aspirations to make them future herd bulls for us.
We analyze the data, the phenotype, you know, all the nitty-gritty about them, and just make sure that they're out of sires that we're proud of, and most importantly, the mothers. Just like you know, a lot of folks will say in the cow industry, every good bull comes from a great mom, so we got to make sure they've got the good maternal instincts, great udders, good performance behind them, and looking forward to getting them into production here maybe this breeding season.
My brother Chance is, quite frankly, my biggest role model. Getting to work alongside him is one of my just true blessings in life, and it's really fun, quite frankly, because we're so driven and have the exact same passion that it's not really work. It's more so we get to grow this business together and hopefully grow our families together right alongside.
Well, we've always had a good mind of working with each other, and we've always had a joy working with each other into how to make our cattle better, our land better, and our lives better.
Folks, you looking for a nice sprayer? Hey, we got a couple of them coming up on the sale today. Stick around. We got a 2016 Hagie STS-16 and a 2014 model STS-12.
For over 40 years, Big Iron has been America's trusted name in auctions. From farm equipment to real estate, to livestock and classic cars, we offer full service support to all of our sellers. In 2022, Big Iron acquired Sullivan Auctioneers in an effort to elevate the level of service provided to our customers. Both companies sharing similar small town origins, our stories begin the same. Combined, our over 80 years of experience has established best practices to better serve our customers in the online auction space. With our large online selection of equipment, engaged bidder base, and full service approach, we take pride in consistently exceeding our customers' expectations. Big Iron Auctions and Sullivan Auctioneers. Truly, we are better together.
Out here, sunrise only means one thing. It's go time. Go rake some hay. Go bale some hay. Go check on the herd. Go get the job done right with equipment built to do all the hard work and make it look easy. Morning, noon, and night. Kubota equipment. Built right, built ready.
Hey folks, I'm here with Duff Dimig. Duff and his wife Julie having their retirement sale here in beautiful Walnut, Illinois. You've been working with Hagee on the equipment side since the start when you got it all.
Yes, that's all we've ever had for sprayers. And what ultimately came out, our first machine was a dedicated detasseling machine, a wheel puller, an 8-row wheel puller.
Okay.
They actually take your ideas, not all of them, but you know, there's several of the things that we had suggestions on that they might have improvised or put on, and we were fortunate enough they could bring a machine out for us to run.
Well, as I looked at the sale bill, when I start drifting into some of those specialty pieces, I mean, I confess I haven't seen many. So as you're selling them, and you're very connected in the business, I know, but where have the calls been coming in, or where the buyer interest?
Usually it's Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana is kind of the 3I, the seed corn states. I take that back. Michigan's as big as any of us.
Okay.
A few from Michigan as well, but it's tough. You know, a lot of that equipment won't work unless you have a Hagee to put it on.
Pretty apparent that your philosophy with equipment has always been to take great care of it.
My dad was the same way. Like I told you before, you're only as good as what your tools are.
Well, folks, I tell you, one trend I saw develop throughout the year 2022 was smart, aggressive farmers buying good used sprayers as a hedge against downtime. You know, dealer lots, the tightest they've ever been for used inventory. If you get in a pinch, you used to be able to, you know, your dealer would give you a spare, you could get out and keep going. Well, these days, that's not the case. So we have a very nice sprayer today on the sale, a 2016 Hagee STS-16. It's got 2,096 hours on it.
290 to 555, now 300 JR, 300,000, now 310, 300 down to 10, 300, how about 305, 300 to 5,000, 300 to 555, 300 to 5, 300 to 10,000, 305 to 10, 305 to 10, 305 and 7.5 and 10, 307 and a half and 10, 307 and a half and 10, more and a half, 310, 307, 5 and 10, 307, 5 and 10, 310, 12 and a half, 310 and 12 and a half, you gotta do it twice, boys, 312 and a half, 310 and 12 and a half, 10 and 12 and a half, 310 and 12 and a half, 312 high, 310 and 5, 312 high and 15, 315, boys and girls, 315, come on internet, 312 high and 15, 315,000, 312 high and 315, here he goes there, 312 high and 15, 312 high and 15, I gotta go, 312 high and 15, 312 high and 15, all done, 312 high and 15, sold that thing, $312,500. 175 is your buyer, 175.
Well, folks, just under a year ago on an auction in Fremont, Iowa, I saw a 2012 Hagee STS-12, 2,261 hours on it, sell for $205,000. Now in today's auction, we got a 14 model STS-12 with 1,743 hours on it, and the online bid on it last night was already at $205,900.
280 and a 90, could have been 90, 290, now 300, 290 down to 3, I'm on the board, 290 now 3, 290 down to 3, 293 now 310, 300 now 10, 300 now 310, 300 down to 10, 300 now 310, come on now, we're doing wrong, 310, why does that say 310, 320, JR, 320, 310 and 20, 310 down to 20, 310,000, asking 320, 310 and 20, 310 down to 20, 310, 320, 310 down to 20. to 20. I'm on the 4, 20 to 5. 325, boys. 320 to 5, 5, 5. 320 to 25. 325. 325 to 5, 5. You all done? 320 to 25. 320 to 5, 5, 5. 325,000, boys. 20 to 25. Gotta go. 320 to 5, 5, 5. Come on, internet. 325. We all done? 320 to 5. Sold that thing. Pontiac, Illinois. 320,000. Bidder 299,423.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
195 and 2, I gotta go. 195 and 2, 195 and 200,000. 195 and 2, all done, boys. 195 and 2. Sold that thing, 195,000. 17, 7.5 and 18,000, boys. You all done? 17, 7.5 and 18, internet, you're out. 17, 7.5 and 18. Sold that thing, 17, 750. 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 7,250. 7,000 and 10, 2, gotta go, boys. 72 and a half, 72 and a half. Sold that thing, West Virginia, bound 7,000 bucks. Simplify by 15 pipe, gotta go. 15,000 for deep pipe. We all down there at 15 pipe. Sold it your way, JR. 15,000. 25, 83, 83, 83, 83.5, 83.5, 83.5, 83.5, 83.5, 83.5. Sold. $83,000.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You've got to try this. The power of foam is the only way to clean and degrease your equipment. Simply foam it on, give the foam a few minutes to work, and power wash it off. Cuts grease and your wash time significantly. The foam won't harm electrical sensors or controls. It neutralizes and washes away farm chemicals and is safe to use on most surfaces. Call 888-996-7801 or go online to check out their dealer locator at poweroffoam.com to find the Power of Foam near you. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. My friends at Compeer Financial, a great branch of Farm Credit Services here in the Upper Midwest, recently invited me to speak to an event they were having for young farmers. And I tell you what, folks, one of my most favorite things to do is talk to young farmers, share some of this gray-haired, hopefully, wisdom that I've learned along the way, share some things I've learned from mistakes I've made. And I tell you, the number one thing I told the young farmers at that event was something, to me, a theory that I've tried to live by, the theory of opposites. So specifically when you talk about markets, whether it's a stock market, farmland, even used farm equipment, train yourself to be aggressive when others are pulling back. And conversely, when the market's too overheated, let everyone else pay too much, you pull back. So I shared the example of a John Deere 8230 tractor. Now, of course, the market's been on fire here the last couple of years. And in fact, the 6th highest auction prices we've ever seen on John Deere 8230s have all come since June. And here's a look. Those top 6 prices go from $175,000 up to $212,750. Wow. Now, conversely, let's go back in time 8 years to 2015, and that was the bottom of the used farm equipment market. Now, I wrote a column at the end of 2015 in Farm Journal, and I said, folks, if you're able, you'll never have a better chance to be a buyer than right now. And here's a look at the highest auction prices on John Deere 8230 tractors back in 2015. And again, these are the highest prices, from $105,000 up to $127,000. Look at those low hours. So again, when nobody felt like buying back then, if you could, the value you got, whether it's land or machinery, the stock market, again, that's how you can make your fortune. Hey, welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we're going to check out a vintage Allis-Chalmers Road Warrior, and 91-year-old owner Sam Cavins still gets the job done with this beauty.
HD5 Cat Allis-Chalmers, and I've used it a lot. I've cleaned fence rows and it'll do light jobs. And it was used 2 weeks ago on a Saturday, all day long ago. My son runs, he's a cat operator. pushed some sand off in the campground I got. He made some roads, didn't he? Pushing trees. And I enjoy that more than I do the tractor. I don't know, I just like Cap. Forward and reverse and up and down, but no tilt. Oh, I just always wanted a Cat and thought I found one in Cedar Rapids and ended up buying it. It was red and I bought it. My son took it down there and he done some work with it, and then he painted it the color it is now. Well, it has a Baker dozer blade and kind of rough looking right now, but I love to run it, more so than a tractor. 2-cylinder, 2-cycle. I've had the motor overhauled. I put new rails on it, and then front rollers, and a couple undercarriage rollers. Do like to drive it up and down the gravel, leave tracks there. It's got its good parts and bad parts too, so mostly good. I've done a lot of dozing with it, a lot of fence row cleaning, a lot of different things I've done with it. In the 60s, disc and plowed ground, which worked great on. But outside that, I just like the old girl.
Well, folks, if you want to see red hot bidding on a good used planter, stick around. Our feature item coming up, the 2019 John Deere 1775 NT 24-row 30-inch.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, right here, folks, one of the hottest segments of the used equipment market. A good used planter. Our feature item on the auction today, a 2019 John Deere 1775 NT 24-row 30-inch high-speed planter. I tell you what, availability is the name of the game. You can't get a new one. They're all pre-sold out. Dealers historically low with their inventory. So when a planter like this shows up today at auction, this is your chance to get your hands on it. Let the bidding begin.
Right there, somebody gave me 300,000, got 270 on the board, hey, 280, 280,000 there, 280, 280, 270, now 80, 80, $280,000, 270, now 80, 80, good 80, good 80. Come on, boys, we're on the wrong side of the screen, you know it. There, 270, 280, 270 and 80, 80, good 80, good 80, 280,000, 275, we can count, 275,000, 275, 275, 275, 275, 275,000 there, 275, 275, 275, anybody here? 275, 275, 280, 280,000, 280, 280 go, 280, 280 go, $280,000, 280, 275, 280, 275, 280, 280,000 there, 280, 280, 280, 275, 280, 275, 80, 80, 80, $280,000, 275, 80, 80, 80, 280, 280, 280, 280, 280, 275, 280, 275, boys, take a look here, 280, 285, 285, 285, 280, now 285,000, boys, take a look at your budget. 285, 280 up 55, 285, price and new 285, 280 up 55, 285, 280 up 55, 285, 285, 280,000 up 55, 285, 285, 285, 280 now 55, 285,000, 280 up 55, 285, 285, 285, 280 up 55. We're gonna go, boys. 280 up 55. Bit to me there. 285, 280 up 55, 280,000, 285, 285. Enter anybody else? 285, 285, 285, 285. Sold that planter, $280,000 going to Mineral Point, Wisconsin. The buyer number is 181.
Well, I told you, folks, good used planters. That's one of the hottest segments of the used farm equipment market. Now, coming into the sale today, the two highest auction prices ever on John Deere 1775 NT 24-rows were both a month ago, 7 days apart. The second highest price was $280,000. Now that was a 20 model sold in Carthage, Illinois, and we tied that today to $280K on this 19 model, just over 10,000 acres. Duff, I understand you have a young person that's going to be taking over the operation?
Very fortunate. Adam, it's his name, Adam Sabaka. He started for us in 2007. It's a good story. He's he was a town boy. He mowed lawns and helped a farmer right in his backyard. They kind of lived on the edge of town, and he helped a farmer and all the chores, livestock. He did just about everything.
Okay.
And worked for a couple different other farmers, and I was fortunate enough to get together with him. So
this is the type of story everywhere I've gone for your stuff that people are clamoring for. A young person that wants to get an egg and then to have someone that kind of shepherds them along.
About impossible. And I mean, it's just not myself. Very fortunate. His first land owner that he farmed for, they kind of took him a bit under his wing and helped him get going. He bought their grain setup up there, baby steps, buying things. And then my largest landowner, terrific guy, he agreed to work with him, and every single landowner that I farmed for agreed as well. So quite a compliment for him.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed our time today in Walnut, Illinois at the retirement auction for Duff and Julie Dimmig. And I tell you what, you're looking right now, 3 pieces of equipment that sold for $912,500. And interesting to note, the 1775 NT planter at $280, the STS 16 sprayer at $312,500, and the STS 12 at $320, all second highest prices I've ever seen. We'll see you back here next week on Machinery Pete. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a big iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America.